everyone, welcome to my go-to shoe, Faith, Hope, and Love, a journey through loss, live on, strengthen soul. So tonight, I'm very excited. Oh, before I get started, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification button so you know when Pauline's coming back. There you go. But tonight, I have an extremely special guest. Tonight, I have an extremely special guest. C. Russell, and he's from Front Royal, Virginia. I want to get his bio correct. He's born and raised in Front Royal, Virginia. He's the son of Thelma and Carol Russell, awesome family. He's a father, which he's very proud of that, of Carlise and Alyssa, two beautiful daughters, absolutely beautiful. And he has a brother, Farron. And this is just a beautiful, outstanding family of Front Royal. But C is a graduate of Warren County High School, and then he's a graduate of Slippery Rock, where he is today and will always be a Hall of Famer. He was.
Oh,
Oh my! I mean, you really you have quite a list of things that you've been doing. So I love the fact that you well, you love ball. That you normally probably always everybody interviews you talking about ball. We will talk a little bit about ball, but it won't be just about ball because you're really bigger than that. You are
thank
bigger
you,
than that. You've got so much
thank
that you do.
you.
And also, I can't forget, he's Omega Sci-Fi. He's a fraternity guy. So all you Omegas out there, give him
What's
all.
up, Brass?
There you go. Do your side. That's right.
I got
So
you. I got you.
we're so proud to have you here tonight because you know live on, strength and soul. That's what this is all about. And I wanted to have you on because it's this. By the time this airs, it'll be June. It'll be Father's Day soon, and we're just celebrating men through this time. And you're an outstanding father, son, human being, friend. You have all of that, and
Thank
I'm just excited to share with the people who you are as C. Russell. And so, see,
you.
as a young man, as a dad, what do you share with your daughters about what it is to be part of such a great legacy as your family is? What because they know you have a great legacy. What do they say about the legacy of their dad and their family?
That's a great question. My dad, their granddad, both of their granddads were great men,
Mm,
and they got to grab the fatherhood from a grandfather. And as I matured as a father, I was just following my dad's footsteps into how I became the father to them. Relating to them, getting on their nerves.
of course.
Just want to always living every day to make them smile, and just
Mm,
knowing that I'm only that phone call away at any given time. You call, I'm
wow.
there, and that's my goal. My dad was always there for me. My mom's always there for me. So that's how I was raised. And like I say, you said my brother. Everybody around me is always there for me. And that's how we're built. So as a father to my children, my daughters, my beautiful daughters. It
Hmm.
was just not letting them down. I didn't never wanted them to see them cry. And being real with you, I got to be honest.
Hmm.
I didn't allow them to cry. And
Ooh.
that was because I wanted to know the realness of their tears. If you understand what I'm saying. And, if they were hurt like playing athletics, so we would talk athletics, or just
Hmm.
falling on the bike. Get up, let's go. Suck it up. Suck it up. And then as we matured, I got a little softer, so to speak.
Hmm.
Not that much, but enough to know that you can cry, but just, that's something you have to get out of your emotion, but don't keep it in and then it explodes on you. So
Right.
let your emotion go and, be the person you need to be and be as happy as you can be as quickly as you can be. But me, I just made sure that they were tough as a dad, make sure they tough, make sure they fought through any obstacle that came in their life, and it didn't go down to sadness. It went to
Mm.
them to fight on. Let's go. So that was part of my raising of them, making them tough, because I know they're going to get their hearts broken, things like that. It was going to happen, but that's just reality of life. So let's just get through all of this, whether it's school, whether it's boyfriends, whether it's
Hmm.
anything. Let's just get through it. And
Wow.
that's how I started it with them. You know, and as far as in sports, just be tough. Don't let nobody ever see you soft, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody see you on that. Make sure they know that you're going to be fighting all the time. So that was part of my my upbringing and with them, and it's just everything to me. So anything to relate to them being okay, knowing I'm there for them, that's all I wanted.
And I love the fact that you said you're just a phone call away. You
That
know, it's really special for other men to see the type of father you have been so that they know what they need to do. I mean, we don't know when people are looking at us. We really don't. And people are viewing you and watching you, and you don't even unbeknownst to yourself. So to watch all the accolades that you got while you're playing sports and playing at Slippery Rock and all of that, people saw your constitution and how you are driven, that you had
thank
that
you.
diligence. And the one thing I love about athletes is that they are tough and they learn to persevere even when the losses come, because the losses are going to come, right?
Yes,
They're
yes,
going to come,
yes.
and we have so teaching your daughters to be tough is important because we all have to be tough. And if nobody, it's just sometimes I think the way they started giving out the athletes with the huge trophies at these young kids' ages, I thought I don't know if that's such a good idea because they're going to get some losses and they won't know how to
Yes.
react to the loss
You
when
don't know
it
how to
hits.
react. You got to know how to lose to know how to win. As far
That's
as
right.
I'm concerned, if you don't, I always say that's capping in this new generation word. But that's not real. If you act like you won all the time, you don't really know how it is to lose. What's going to happen when you see that person that put you in that lose column? Because there's somebody out there that's going to do that.
There is somebody out there that's going to do that. And it's like the I think that you just what you mentioned about what's out in our environment today. It's like the challenges that young people have, black or white, brown or whatever. There's some
Hmm.
challenges for men today, and
Yes.
and we have to. What would you say is the heaviest challenge for young men today?
Mm. Respecting everyone.
Mm,
Whether you like them or not, respect them before you get to the negative side of like or dislike. That's just me. But if you meet somebody with respect, it'll stay in a positive moment. It won't be just all negative. To be wow, reacting to them. Whatever. If you don't like it,
right,
reacting
exactly.
to them. If you meet them with respect, it's all going to be love from the jump. And however it goes, opinions are opinions, but it should go positive. And that's how I live. I ain't saying everybody's like that, but that's how I live. If I meet you, it's like, me, I got my birthday cookout. What's up? How you doing? My birthday cookout, July 15th. You're more than welcome.
Well, let me put that down.
That's me, Mom. You've been there how many times, so you know what it
Several.
is. Whatever. Yes, you there. Dad, Brad, you know what it is. You're there for me. So that's me. Like, that's a positive moment in my story. So when I meet you, I want you there. And you can see it's a day of love and blessings.
You always seem to you not seem you always make sure everyone feels like family.
Yes.
Whoever you meet, they're family to you. And I
Yes.
think it's almost a lost art because people aren't genuine like that. And you are always, I've never seen you change. You're always the same. You always have been genuine and you give up from your heart. And you can just see it in the way you all evolve as you all as a family, how you all relate to one another. So that's powerful because people just don't know how to love this day and time.
That's
It seems like it's not a big deal, but we have to know how to do that so that we all are successful, right? Everyone has to be
right.
successful.
Give love, get love. You know my saying, give love, get love.
Exactly. So, see, thinking about, I want to talk a little bit about your when you got the diagnosis that you had MS.
Hmm.
How old were you when that took place?
It was when I got diagnosed, I was 42.
Hmm.
My birthday cookout, just to put the story out there, my birthday cookout that we talked about used to be in my backyard.
Okay.
I passed out in the first one that was here
Mm.
around my fraternity brothers, my line brothers' friends, and my line brother actually carried me to where I'm at right now. just up from the yard up to here, and then they worked with me, got me to test, got all the because I before that happened, I had my legs had shut down on me.
But you didn't
I
know what
wasn't
it
playing
was.
basketball. Yeah, no, they said I was initially told it was arthritis in my knees. Like, I know Hollis. You know how me and Hollis played a million days at the park and everything. So they were saying the mileage from those type of playground games and stuff was the reason I had arthritis in my knees.
Mm,
But I
but
wanted to do some more. I'm sorry.
it wasn't arthritis at all, though.
Not to me, because after that, after that situation here, and I did all the testing ended up in diagnosing me with MS.
Mm.
And once I got diagnosed with MS, other things I was going through in my daily fights related to that. So that's how I got my answer. So it was God's blessing for it to go from this situation where I didn't have any answers to that situation around my family and friends on my birthday cookout to get the brain scans and every test you can imagine to get the answer. And so that led to the park. Mom, see what I'm saying? It went from that
Right.
blessing to the blessing of the day you've been on with me and everything to where everybody comes to the park and it's like the love and uplift and everything in my day speaks for itself.
Mm.
And that's
That
how my life walk is. Okay, I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. I have to watch myself because I interrupt really fast because when I'm thinking of what I
Yeah.
want to say. But I think about that time frame. What do you
Hmm.
when you first heard that's what it was? What was your first thought? Like, what did you think? What did you think about when you first heard that? I mean, like, what do you when you get a diagnosis like that? Like, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
I really didn't know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Montel
Oh,
had
that's right. He had
MS,
it.
and that was just from TV.
Mm-hmm.
Real life, knowing anyone, I did not personally know anyone that I could relate to speak about this.
Mm.
So once I got diagnosed and all the answers to answering questions, you had to relate different things and check off lists at the doctor on this MS stuff. All the check boxes, I'm like, dang, I've been
Yeah.
doing. Like I passed out here.
Uh-huh.
We talking 1996. I was at the Super Bowl in Miami. We were at a party, and I had sweat, like broke out in a sweat at the party,
Right.
and passed out there. And it
Ah.
wasn't nothing but I didn't drink, didn't smoke, so it didn't have anything to do with that. It was just me sweating and everything, and it was crazy. So
It's
that's in '96 when I got to the MS diagnosis. The first question this is crazy. One of the first questions I had to answer was syncope. Didn't know the word, didn't know anything about the word, yada, yada, yada. When I looked it up, syncope is a passing out phase, which is what happened to me in '96. So when did I have MS? It had to be, because
oh
that
wow.
was like the third time I had passed out. This wasn't the first time at my birthday cookout. This is
The third time you had passed out.
at least the third. So and the sweating, it was a lot connected to that, but syncope and the sweating and different
So
things. So I'm
from
sorry,
1996, and that's
1996,
and what year was the actually diagnosis?
2000. My daughter's graduated, so probably 2014, maybe. I can't get the exact date. I'm
But
sorry, but
my thought is that that's quite a bit of time that you may
hmm
have had it and just been living with it and not even realizing that you have this illness. But
hmm
but the one thing you never stopped.
no, no. I have a Hollis story on this. Listen to this. I called Hollis. Look, so when my legs were slowing up, but I was still playing and everything.
You were still playing ball.
Yeah, back then, I called Hollis because I needed him to play with me out the city. I needed it everything he did like I did, I needed him. And I said, Hollis, I need you today. And he came over and balled with me. But I was slowing up at that time, but he was somebody like God's blessing us now to be speaking this. What's up, Hollis? What's up, Dad Brad? Because I called him to help me
You
and he
know,
came out.
it's amazing to me and how God is so strategic with everything. I mean, and you called it a blessing. And people sometimes when these tragedies happen, people don't think it's a blessing; they think it's a curse. And really, God is just strengthening you and others to keep moving forward. And people need to see how well how did C do this? People see you all the time and they see ball, but there's so much you're so much deeper than that. And that's really
Yeah.
what I really want people to see, that. And I know people know that too, but people that don't
Mhm.
know you, they'll see something in themselves that will help them strive, because we have to continue to strive on a regular basis.
Right.
But since we were kind of talking about ball, I wanted to ask you this question. um, what happens what would you say to a young man who no longer, he had an accident, he no longer can play ball anymore? All of a
Mm.
sudden, he had a great career, he got hurt, and he was not able to play anymore. What do you tell a young man like that so he doesn't give up on life?
Make a pivot to
Make a pivot.
make a pivot to joy in your life. What we picked the subject, but make a pivot to joy. It's something that you could still do and have fun and be around. Like me and being at Wizards games. I mean, my brother got me tickets, who got us tickets to the Wizards games years ago because I had to be real with you, Mom. I had quit. I wasn't worried about going out. I wasn't worried about doing anything. And my little brother, he's my he's my little brother. I love you, Farron. But he got us with season tickets to the Wizards games to get me out the house. And what it did in its own way was put me back in the basketball life and the DC life, like the Hollis, when Hollis was making name out there, in that family, that DC family, and it put me back around people that hadn't seen me. And yeah, they reacted at first to seeing me like I wasn't on a cane at the time. I was just slow motion walking more. You probably walking like I was sore. So, but walking but then I was with a cane. So it went from slow motion walking to using a cane. And when they saw me, they hadn't seen me in a while. Be like, oh man, you all right? And then a lot of times I had to explain this MS or whatever it was. But in the end, it was strength given in its own way to be back around and be back in the mix of many people that I was blessed to play against, the best, blessed to get love from, blessed to get laughs with, blessed to have good times with. The memories, recircle, so to speak, full circle. So,
you know, Kudos to your brother Farron, because we do need to see about family, because he could see that you're in that grief mode. Because let's
mm-hmm.
face it, that is another grief mode. I mean, people don't realize grief comes in so many ways, and you had to settle in that grief a little bit. So by the
Mm-hmm.
time your brother came in, it was like, okay, he's in the background thinking, "Nah, my brother's got to come out. I know my brother. He's got to come out of this. We can't have this." And
Yeah,
to
yeah,
help
that's great.
you, like you said, using the word pivot to help you to find your joy again. Because the thing is, we have to go through a grief period. You have to, because you have to feel the pain. And
Mm-hmm.
even now, there's days when I'm sure you feel the pain, but you still have to
Yes.
move forward, because this is just the way it is. Some days you just feel, I don't feel like it today, but
Hey,
you have to keep
hey,
going.
many days, and I'm over talking Hollis, but I got to bring up another Hollis story because Hollis was in my life and he just sits in us. Look, I go to Berry
Oh,
Farms to the See, my thing about Hollis, me knowing everything about him, watching him level up all the way to special, like a legend in his circle, and I went to DC to a game down Berry Farms. And I go
mhm.
out, and like I say, I was slowing up, so I hadn't been out much. And I
Right.
go to Berry Farms, and the first person I see is Hollis on the court. I ran out. Look, I ain't even got nothing to do with the game. I ran out on the court and hugged him.
He was so happy to see. Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
So yeah, so that's those type of blessings back then when I didn't even feel like walking, so to speak.
Hmm.
Strength given. And as I look back on life now, that's strength given to me at a time when I was just getting there. I wasn't really motivated to get to my seat. I was just, oh, Hollis, what?
And see, he doesn't even know what he had given you at that point in time.
No,
This is what's so interesting.
no,
People don't know what
no.
they're doing or how they're being perceived. But it's like God is, I always say God is orchestrating our lives in such a way
Mm,
that we're having to go through.
mm,
Unfortunately, we have to go through these times to be the
mm-hmm.
people that God would have us to be. I mean, there is purpose in every single thing that we do. So
Purpose,
I
purpose,
just, I,
purpose.
I just think it's powerful who you are, because I just think of you and your family. And so we're going to do a little pivot. And I want you to talk
Hmm.
a little bit. It's Father's Day coming, and you talk a little about your
Yes.
dad. Well, before
Mm.
let me back up. Let's Mother's Day just finished, so we can first start talking about your mom
I
first,
love my
and
mom.
because
I love my
I know you
mom.
and your mom are so close,
I'm
and
a
I know.
mama's boy.
Are
It's
you a
my
mama's
mom.
boy?
Yes, I'm a mama's boy.
Oh,
You,
that's
you can't,
wonderful.
untouchable. You can't do nothing to hurt my mom because I'm reacting. This is real life stuff. It's just, she's everything. If I had a game in college, anywhere from here to Florida, I'm leaving her name at the will call, not knowing if
Oh.
she gonna be. It didn't matter. Like one time, funny story. I'm playing Slippery Rock, and I get back to college because we played away
Mm-hmm.
up in one of those schools up in West Virginia, and she popped up out of nowhere,
Oh,
and she
wow.
had my basketball jacket on, number three, everything. I get back to college, and the radio people said my girlfriend was at the game. It was my mom at the
Boy, she looks so good. That's why.
yeah, they thought, yeah, but
She
she
look-
had my jacket on, but she
right.
pulled up out of nowhere, but she would be anywhere. She's just like that with us, the grands, our nieces, my daughters, of course. She's always been that person, so she's the greatest thing ever. If I need anything to this second, she's coming.
And I saw you guys bought
Beeline.
her. You guys bought her a car, because I saw that at one point too
Yes.
long ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, I tell you, sons are the best. The family is the best.
Yeah.
They take care of you,
Yeah.
so that is so beautiful.
Stomach for
Oh,
pride for her because she drives. She's in the car. She's beelining for anything we need. She's gonna be like you to everybody, Bob. I know you're the same. You're gonna beeline to to protect your family. I know it.
yeah, that's true. That is so true. Oh, well, thank you for sharing your mom with us, and make sure you send a picture of her too, so we got that
I
picture.
will for sure.
So now I know I know you've gone through the loss of the way life once was for you, right? Things have changed, and you've adapted, and you've made that pivot. And I
Mhm.
know you and your dad were close as well.
Yes.
Was is it your dad, or both parents were kind of got you into basketball?
Yeah, my mom could hoop too, so she had it in her.
She played
My
ball too.
dad, yeah, she played. My
Oh my!
uncle, my godfather, who's also a Q, he's the greatest player of all time in my hometown.
Oh my!
So he went to Randolph Macon College. So he kind of, and her other brother, Uncle Enoch, they both motivated me to basketball. My
Mm.
dad was a baseball player,
Oh,
which
okay,
which
okay.
is also my second favorite. So I played baseball just as much as I played basketball growing up, and played varsity high school. Actually, getting recruited to Slippery Rock, I had hit a couple home runs my senior year. So
Hmm.
Coach Barlett, the coach of Slippery Rock, kind of used my baseball to tell me I could maybe play baseball up there too. That wasn't real. That was a recruit tactic. But
Huh.
but he used baseball to say you never know. So it was my second love, and my dad was. I wanted to be like him. He played shortstop. I went to all his games.
Mm. Oh wow!
Everything growing up. Yeah. Hey, my dad actually built me a basketball court at our house. So it's still to this day is paved out, because it was all dirt at first, and then they put pavement, cemented it up, and paved it out, and so it's still a basketball court at our house it's broke down now, but that he made for me. I broke
Mm.
windows. We broke windows. The whole hood was at the house breaking because we had windows on the side of the basketball, so we'd have to make it bad some days. But my dad was the man, and,
Mm.
and my dad, like, personally speaking, got on my nerves
Hmm.
on purpose, but I didn't. Everybody loved my dad. I mean, his jokes was funny to everybody.
Hmm.
Everything, my dad to all my friends, everybody. My dad was the man.
The man, yeah.
And to them, I'm like, man, no, he ain't. But that was just me being a son. It wasn't real reality. It was because he was just making me stronger, making me tougher, making me everything I needed to be a man. So
Exactly.
I mean, and before my dad passed, I kissed him on his forehead. But when I was like 25, 26, I apologized to my dad
Mm,
because I said I judged you before I was a man. I thought you was getting on my nerves and you were just making me a stronger man. You
right,
know,
right.
every time you got on me, I was mad. I was reacting like, but realistically, I mean, baseball, being a good baseball player, my dad made me that, but he made me do tough love. It wasn't just, okay, Junie, because he called me Junie, because I'm Carol Jr.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
okay.
yeah, Carol Jr. Okay, Junie, let's go. You know, if the ball bounced up in your chest, suck it up, get it, and throw him out. Don't just be like, nah, get it and go. So different things like that my dad did, and his jokes was his jokes to everybody. He was a comedian. He made everybody laugh, and I love my dad. And
See.
you know, I'm Carl Jr., so you know that was his
So how
name.
did you
So
get C from Carol Jr.? The C from Carol? Because I was
okay,
wondering about when you said C, I said, oh, wait, is his name really C Russ C? But then
yeah.
then I said your dad's Carol. I think he's probably after his dad. They just got C and C.
Right. So Carol Stanley Russell Jr. is my name.
Mm,
Initially it was CS
mm-hmm.
when I was young. But
Right.
then when I got to school it became C with two
Ah.
quotes. Cause C on
Oh,
Facebook, the way it's spelled on Facebook and everything, I never had that until my daughter made my page because I didn't wasn't getting on Facebook. They made my page and she couldn't do C or whatever, so she put CEE.
oh.
So
So that's
I accept it now, but it's always been just C.
the letter C. Oh, well, I think we
Yes.
all would. We know you as CEE.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
got
So I accept it. I accept it.
wow.
Newspapers always guessed my name, everything. So, not saying I was in the newspaper that much, but they would always figure out what Carol,
Well,
the
you've been in
Carol
the
part.
newspaper. You've been in the newspaper quite a bit, so you have had your accolades. In fact, I would say you definitely are a celebrity because I watched you are a celebrity. Let's face it, you are. And so when I watched you on the program of one of the programs, and you've been in more than one program, but I was watching you and when you became the Hall of Fame, when you got really were inducted into the Hall of Fame,
Oh, yes.
and I said, oh my gosh, we have a celebrity in our midst. So, God is just he's been taking care of you forever. I mean, he just has been taking care of
I'm
you and your
blessed.
family forever. And that's
Blessed.
powerful. It's powerful. So let me ask you a question. We'll do another pivot.
Mhm.
Is there something that you can do, or that you feel that people that you assist with in mentoring and supporting young men? Because my concern today is our young men. We have a serious problem in our communities um, with young boys into young men. And so, is there anything that you could teach to young men, in their support in the community?
Yes. Relating back to me and my dad, you're not grown.
Mm-hmm.
This young fella, you may be growing up, but you're not grown.
You're not
So put
grown.
some respect on that. It's levels to everything.
Mm,
It's levels to everything. And um,
you're not grown.
stay humble. No, let me start out. Be respectful, stay humble to the young man. Always look a man in his face, look him eye to eye. None of this hello with your head down or however you want to communicate. Whoever you're dealing with, face to face.
Mm,
That's some of my words to the young fellas, when I speak to them. Like if it happens to have to come up, but if you speak to a man, you'd be like, yeah, how you doing? What is that? How you
exactly.
doing? Man to man, shake hand, right hand. Um, and
See, that is that seems like a small statement, but it's huge. When you meet someone, say hi eye to eye. And I think it's some of those practical ways like that. I mean, sometimes we think we got to do all this stuff, but sometimes it's teaching them good manners, how to be humble. Look me in the face. Why can't you
hmm
look me in the face? What is the problem? So I think that's I call that a golden nugget That's a golden nugget. You know, you said, the first one you said, be respectful, have respect,
Right.
stay humble, eye to
Yes.
eye. You're not grown. I mean, those are It's serious. I mean, we have to be serious with our young men because I think we're giving them too much of a break. I don't know if either there's not enough fathers in the house, or and and people and families are so busy trying to make a living, they're not able to take care of the kids the way they need to be taken care of. And I'm not kidding. Sometimes I think I should just like go downtown and say, "Look, guys, gotta get together. We got to do something." But it's a tough time right now. It really is.
I got
So
one more thing
certainly.
before we go. Never walk in a door before a woman. If you
Ooh.
walk to a door and you see a lady coming, open the door for her. Don't just walk in and maybe look back. You okay? No, you see it. It's there, right in your face.
Did your mom teach you that, or did your dad teach you that?
Yes, I'll never walk in front of a door before a woman ever. My mom,
I thought, how is that? Like,
ever.
I just think those are little things, and those are practical ways to help our kids be the best that they can possibly be.
Right. Some
I
things
always
speak
get
volumes.
excited actually if a young man opens the door for me, or waits for me to come first. I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you. Because I think it's another lost art that we just are not doing. And another thing, that's a practical way that we could do something on a daily basis, really, to
If
teach
you if you
our young
notice it,
children.
yeah, if you notice it, she's there like somewhere in the entry. Why would you go in first? Hold the door, follow.
Yeah.
That's just me. I mean, I know everybody's different, but that's how I feel.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Um, Let me ask you this question: how do you celebrate your achievements, big and small? And I think when I say big and small, I'm talking about not just the grandiose good things that have happened to you, but some of
Mhm.
the small things that have happened. So you can start with something large, but sometimes it's really just getting up in the morning. I mean, for sometimes it's just able to moving forward. But how do you celebrate some of those achievements on a daily basis?
Appreciate them.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm.
Whether it's somebody just like your text. I'm gonna give you an example. Every morning I wake up and you send me love all day, every day. You send me some uplifting text to me and Herc every day. I appreciate that. That's
Oh,
a blessing.
oh,
And it's from your heart. It ain't just you, it's just you positively motivating me to move. Like I start my day calling my mom at 10 o'clock every day. Whenever time I'm, up 10 o'clock. My mom
oh.
gets the first call.
She
I mean,
knows you
now
gonna call her.
I'm not starting my day without talking to my mom about good morning.
Oh, and
That's that's
oh man, that's like everything right there. That's like everything
yeah.
to her. I know my boy's gonna call me. If you don't call, what's your problem?
Really. Like, yeah, nah, that call is yeah, because she'll get worried if it's different. She'll even call if it's something a little late, if I run a little late or something.
Where you at, son? Where you at?
Yes, what's that? You okay? She's gonna check on me. If the call don't happen, she's checking on me to make sure I'm okay. Okay, yeah, that's just how I live, and I appreciate everything. Appreciate. What can I say? Appreciate the love, man. It's just like give love, get love. And the strength. Put it in context what it's doing for you. It's
Mm,
like, oh yeah, let's go, man. Because
wow.
like I say, every day you hit me ain't the best day, but I got my pit bull right here that wants me to walk him. This guy
You
right here beside me,
you got a pit bull? I
yes,
can't see him. Oh my
he over
goodness.
there, he over there laid down right now.
What's your pit bull's name?
King.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding. His name is
Yep.
King.
His name is
Oh,
King. He's right here beside me right now. I can't call him over because
that's your baby.
he's 14 years old. Yeah, but
Oh,
he
he's
every
14.
day. hmm
He's up there.
every day. Look, it's funny because some days he's like, whoop, 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 let's go, let's go. I'm like, ain't you my best friend? Don't you know I don't feel like it?
He said, "No, come on, you got to get up. You got to get up, Dad. You got to get up, Dad."
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
now,
really
so
good
that's
about
that's
animals.
that's an everyday thing, and it's another blessing, like I
Mm.
thought.
Oh wow.
I used to
So
talk to my dad FaceTime every day when I could walk around my block. I'd call that morning call to mom. Dad was also on the call, back
right.
then. And we walk around this neighborhood, me, them, and King every day.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Mm. So we have to thank God for every blessing, big and small,
Big and
right?
small, big and small. Because
Um,
it's levels to everything. Appreciate what it is. It's doing something for you. You
appreciate
just
what it
gotta
is.
apply it. You gotta apply it. I mean, you
Mm,
can find strength in so many ways. You can find everything in so many ways, but I'm a positive dude, so it's not going to make it negative. You gotta disrespect me or something, and I'm going to react for that. I'm sorry about that, but it's just going to be me. I'm not just going to let you do that to me, but
mm.
it's just a matter of treating everybody with respect. Period.
So, see, talking about that, like how when we think about mental health, this is in a
Mhm.
time where we need to really take care of our mental health. What
Mhm.
steps do you take to take care of your mental health, your mental well-being?
Staying happy.
Staying what?
Happy.
Staying happy.
Staying positive. Talking to my friends. Um, knowing that I'm not the only one in the fight. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna single out my fight. Yes, I get that, but it ain't. That's me. Everybody has something they're dealing with. I don't care if it's good.
Everybody.
Everybody. I don't know what it is. I hope it's nothing like this or anything, but I'm saying it's something, and you got to get through it. It's the obstacle, and you got to just hurt all of it.
You know what? And this is the thing about athletes; they seem to know how to get through it. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them
Right.
know how to get through it. And you're definitely one of those people that knows how to continue to move forward. And that's my hashtag line: hashtag keep it moving. And we just have to keep going no matter what.
Keep
And
moving.
people have to understand we don't always feel the best. We don't. We don't feel the best,
Mm-mm.
but we're gonna keep. That's why I like to see you
Mm.
and your girlfriend because I think it's nice when I
Yeah.
see the smiles on her face and the
Yeah.
smile on your
I was
face.
getting ready to
So
say that. My
yeah.
fiance, yeah,
Oh,
she's
it's your
always here
fiance.
for me.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I
Yeah,
love seeing pictures of the two of you out
yes,
and about.
because she's here for me. I mean,
Yeah.
she's here for me. She takes me like anything I need. Like when I got to go to the doctor, she get up at 6 in the morning, take me down Vienna wherever I need to go to my
Mm.
neurologist. Different things because I want to get there early. So we got to get. She takes me everywhere, and then I
Oh,
got
wow.
my daughters. I got my best friend in life calls me every day. My big brother calls me every day. I mean, big brother, best friend. Like I got brothers, friends that I call my brothers who call me every day for
Mm.
sure, just to make sure, like for no other reason, just to check in.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm blessed. I'm blessed, and I appreciate my blessings. That's just the ones I just mentioned. But everybody around me, you don't got to call me every day. You got a life of your own, but people check in. So that's why
Mm.
Facebook, in its own way, was a blessing to me because I got to reconnect with people that I would have never communicated with again.
It definitely is a positive in life. It is. I know it's got some drawbacks. I know, but it really
Yeah,
it's done a lot of
yeah,
good. It's done a lot of good. It really has.
yeah,
So,
man.
you know. So what one question again? What legacy do you want to leave with future generations? What
What
legacy would you
legacy
like
do I want to leave with you? Live your dreams.
live your dream?
Anything is possible. Don't cut yourself off, even though you go through obstacles.
Mm.
Be over it, fight through it, keep striving, don't quit. No
Mm.
excuses. Excuses build bridges to nowhere. So no excuses.
Mm.
Fight through. And like I say, it only made you tougher. It just wasn't given to you. It was something you had to work extra for. Whatever it is, whatever the subject is, don't let you run into a hurdle stop you. Hurdle over that hurdle and get
What's
on.
the what's the one thing that you haven't done that you would like to do?
What's the one thing I haven't done that I would like to do? Um, I could have done this, but go to a Cowboy game. I could have done this though. I could have done that, but go to a Cowboy game.
A cowboy game. Oh, so you're a
Yes,
cowboy fan. You're a
my
cowboy fan.
dad. Yeah, that's another dad in me. My dad made me a cowboy. We had no choice, and then my daughters and hey, I feel bad for my daughters because they didn't have any choice.
Well, I don't know what it is about fathers and children, but whoever your father was for, typically you were for the same team. Like I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan,
Right?
and they would laugh at me and say, "You don't know anything about the Knicks." I said, "No, I don't care. I'm still a Knicks fan. I'm still a Knicks fan."
Yeah, you see that part right there, right? You know what you want. That's how they are. So I made that. That was no. They had no choice.
That's funny. So, see, I have one last question. It's an easy question.
Okay.
I just need one word to describe C. Russell. One word.
Love.
Ooh, love. Wow. That's that's
Love.
that's powerful. It's amazing because that's a great word, and the word love is it's people don't really use it and mean it. And
Love.
when you walk the talk,
Hmm.
when you have your birthday celebration, everybody comes.
Love.
It's like it's the
Love.
party everybody wants to be at, right? It's like
Love.
everybody wants to be there, and it's just nothing but love there. So,
Right.
oh wow, that's powerful, love. Well, I think that's a great note for us to kind of close out for tonight because you really are a special human being. The love that you have showed your family, your dad, your daughters. And your brother, your everybody. You just show love of who that's who you are. That is who you are, and we just thank God for you. And we're looking for some other things that He's going to have you do because I think He's got still more plans for you that you haven't even seen yet because that's the kind of God we serve. So
I love you,
I
man.
I
Thank
want
you.
to just
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it, and bye
All
bye.
right. Bye bye.